Okay, back on the 10th of November, we talked about how we were stepping into a season where our words, our choices, our past would circle back, asking for another look. So today, the story comes back around, and it's asking us, are we still going to live by the old script even though we know what it cost us? The text we never sent, the apology we swallowed, the boundary we didn't even bother to set, the love, the passion, the dreams, the desires that we tried to talk ourselves out of. And this energy, it's asking for an honest sentence. That one moment where we stop editing ourselves to make other people feel comfortable. Okay, so let's break down the energy. We'll start with the numerology, then to the astrology, and then, of course, to the cards. But first, thank you. Thank you for being here, your likes, your comments, your subscribing, your time, your support. Thank you. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and welcome to your Daily Focus, November the 24th, 2025. So today we have the 24 energy. The 24 energy can be a love energy, absolutely. Growing our commitments, growing our bonds, strengthening our bonds. But really anything undertaken under a 24 energy will be successful if we have a patience and we put action behind it. It's kind of like being in it for the long haul. So these are bigger goals that we're setting for ourselves, bigger steps that we want to take. 2 plus 4 is a 6. And under the 6 energy, yes, getting rid of the clutter. The 6 energy is about understanding that there might be certain things that we do or how we act, our behaviors, our habits, that actually hold us back from actually stepping into the life we want, the path we want to walk. So it is about looking at our habits. It's looking at our behaviors, maybe even our routines, maybe giving it a shake, maybe understanding ourselves a little bit better through that process. And the daily numerology would then be a 2 plus a 6 plus a 9, which gives us a 17. And that's where it's a renewed sense of hope, optimism, belief, making the impossible possible. We see the way forward now. We get the clarity. We understand the wisdom has been shown to us. 1 plus 7 is an 8 energy, and the 8 energy is about growing our prosperity, our wealth, our stature. We even gain respect from others through our actions, through our words. So it is a day when we have to walk with a sense of integrity, authenticity. Our word is our bond kind of energy. Sun is in Sagittarius, Moon is in Capricorn, and today we have Mercury conjunct Venus. So, we sat together on November the 10th, and we talked about Mercury stationing in retrograde. We talked about how this Mercury retrograde is much different than what we usually encounter. Now, yes, you reread your emails and, don't, plan on travel plans going awry and delays happening and misunderstandings and, all of our electronics kind of go, through this metamorphosis we don't understand. It doesn't work during Mercury retrograde, and then Mercury retrograde is over, and it works again just fine. This Mercury retrograde, Mercury talks to all of our personal planets, and that's a very rare occurrence. So today is one of those fated moments. So if you haven't watched November 10th yet, okay, and you feel called to revisit it, I'll post it at the end for you, okay? But what I noticed even more phenomenal about this is it's at 22 degrees, our master number 22, saying that if we give it focus, if we give it attention, we walk a straight path, things start to come together. It comes together, it moves us so much further on our path than we ever expected we could in a day or a heartbeat. But we have to have that consistent focus. We have to have that action plan, that strategy, and to act upon that strategy. We have to show up. And not once in a while, but consistently, whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours. Okay, so breaking it down, Mercury's our mind, our words, our voice, and it's retrograde right now in Scorpio. So it's pulling us back through our old stories, our unfinished conversations. And Venus is how we give and receive love, the value we place on people and things, and how we relate. And we want loyalty, we want truth, we want depth when it comes to Venus. So this is the kind of day where the universe has got that yellow highlighter and highlighting all the things that really do matter most in our life, so that we see it, so that we pause upon it, so we give it pause, so we sit with it and we understand what truly matters most to us in our world, and what do we want to grow, and where do we want to expand, and what do we want to step into. Now, because it's Scorpio energy, chances are we're looking at things like trust and betrayal and jealousy, power struggles, or maybe just the ways we overgive and then we resent it later. Right now, this energy gives us this fuel to want to know why we do what we do and how we can love and be loved in a way that feels balanced and true. Now, Venus rules what we value, and Mercury rules how we think about it, how we talk about it. And it's all in Scorpio. So, the kind of question that would probably arise, is we're in a situation, or we're in front of somebody, and what we're saying is this person, or is this pattern, environment, situation, agreement truly in line with what I value now? And if no, then what? Am I still operating from an old version of myself? So we can use this energy to put words to feelings that we've been afraid to say out loud. It's an excellent time to set some healthy boundaries in different areas of our life. And don't forget, Venus rules money, okay? So, and Mercury rules plans and negotiations and things, debates, our voice, right? So revisit our budgets right now, okay? Look at your budget. Or any shared expenses, because Scorpio, investments. So, it kind of comes down to our worth, what we're truly worth. So we could be renegotiating our contract or our pay. We might be asking for a promotion. But renegotiating something that has felt wrong to you, so you haven't been seen or heard, and this is the reason why, okay? And renegotiating things. And maybe setting some boundaries. Or maybe we're ready to admit that my financial pattern might be linked to an old wound. So I overspend to fill an emotional void. I go on Shein and Amazon and Temu and whatever else there is out there. Or I go walking through the mall and, I just spontaneously buy so I feel good in some way. This is a day when we reconcile with that and we understand ourselves for it. Definitely a good time to review contracts or agreements. Not saying to act on those things, but you want to really looking at things, especially I think shared resources with Scorpio in the picture. And I think above all, this is a beautiful time to rewrite our story on worth, on our worth. You know, the way you talk to yourself, it matters. It matters more than what you say to other people. Okay, so this energy will allow us to hear those harsh and shaming inner dialogues that we have going on sometimes and replacing it with truth and authenticity of the beautiful person you truly are. This transit is taking everything that we've been digging through, our old wounds, our old loves, our old stories, our old fears. But it's allowing us to now speak from a wiser place. So yes, today is a day for communication with compassion. It's a day to renegotiate how we give and receive in our relationships, in our time, in our energy, in our money. But most of all, I think it's a day for growing our own self-respect and how we speak to ourselves, and a day to begin to rewrite our story of what we are truly worthy of. And that might be a boundary, a small boundary that just needs to be set so people respect you or respect your space or hear you or see you in a new light. Um, yeah, I hear this huge shift, this huge shift. And it's scary. It's scary to step into these shifts, okay? I know it is, okay? I decided to build a shed, okay? This is a good example, actually, okay? On how to take this energy and make it work for you, okay? Now, if I would have went around and asked everybody, what do you think? I'm 60 something. It's only me, really. I'm thinking of I need a shed 10 feet by 12 feet. And, should I build one myself? And what would people tell me? If I took everybody would say no. Okay, I don't get advertisements for getting my own plans to build a shed of my dreams, or the dollhouse or the tree house or anything like that. I get chair yoga. that's the advertisements I get because of the analytics of who I am, right? They look at me, they look at my birth date, and they go, okay, chair yoga. But I went ahead and I did it, and I ran into a lot of hiccups because the last time I built a shed was like 15 years ago. And so I was a little rusty. But and I'll post a picture of where I am in it. I've got I've got the roof on, I've got the cover, it's all covered. I'm building the workstation now, the workbench, and the starting on the shelving, and and it wouldn't have been if I didn't believe in myself. If I didn't think, I could do this, I would let everybody's opinion push me down into, maybe I'll hire somebody. And that wasn't a feasible thing because I really can't afford to pay that. If I had that kind of money, I would do many other things before paying somebody else to build a shed that I was capable of building in the first place. So, um, a lot of YouTube videos later and one nail at a time, and I got it done. So, this is a time to really look at what matters most to you, your passions, your dreams, your desires, and what's blocking you, what's not allowing you to go forward in the way you want to go. This is Mercury and Venus coming together. Saying, what do you love? Where is their passion? How are you talking about it? How are you talking to yourself about it? Are you, if you're putting out a product or a promotion or something like that, are you trying to sell it cheaply because you don't want to take advantage of somebody, or you don't think that the quality of your work is worth that kind of money? Some people charge $10, other people charge $110. And you know, so you kind of have to measure, your own self-worth, your time, your energy that you put into creating whatever it was. That matters. So what are you really deserving of? What are you really worthy of? It's time to get real about this, because you're going into a fantastic new stage in your life, and it's going to happen over the next 6 months. I'm going on and rambling. I'm sorry. So who do we have there? We have the fool. Yeah, there's brand new beginnings awaiting you. Okay, it's exciting stuff, people. And when it hits, it's going to go so fast. We're not going to be able to blink. We're not even going to be able to stop to think of some of these things that we are being asked to walk through right now. So give yourself the time, the space, the energy. Okay? I've got your journal, 410 pages, to choosing you first. And that doesn't mean selfish. That means to respect you first. You are the main character in this story. So what's best for you? And you'll come to find that it aligns with what's best for a lot of people in this world. Okay. Underlying energy for today. Sorry, I really got out of my soapbox there for a minute. Okay, Queen of Cups, yeah. And here I go, popping right back on. How much do you deserve? What are you worthy of? I mean, we are looking at this cup and we are being asked, what do you want to put in this cup? What is the dream? What is the passion? What is the goal? What is the desire? How shall your cup runneth over? This is a time, you're only going to put in that cup what you feel you deserve, what you're worthy of. And you know what? You are worthy and deserving of more than you think you are, okay, at this present moment, until you give it some thought, okay? That takes it up a bar. Just doing that, just thinking about it for a few moments, your accomplishments, your talents, your abilities, who you are as a person, who you are in this world, and start to understand that you are a valuable asset in any dynamic. That's when we start filling that cup. That's when it starts overflowing from the brim. Four of Wands, Four of Wands. This is about celebrating the little steps. Okay? It's not going to happen overnight. Well, for maybe one or two of you, maybe. Boom. It happens. But for the majority, it's going to be, we're in it for the long haul. We're rolling up our sleeves. We're getting to work. We're doing it one day at a time. We're showing up. And when we have those little accomplishments, like I showed up for myself 5 minutes every day for 7 days straight. Let's celebrate it. And no, it's not the end game, okay? This isn't a castle we've built. We've got 4 wands stuck into the ground. A little bit of garland thrown out. But you know what? We have the formation of the foundation of something that we are going to build. So celebrate. Celebrate those little steps. Make sure, work hard, but play hard. The moon. The moon, that is our heart. That is our heart trying to lead us in a direction that has harmony, that has flow, that has success and happiness and abundance and prosperity, all included in it if we listen to our heart, if we listen to our gut. I wouldn't have a shed if I didn't listen to my heart. I didn't listen to my gut. And that might sound silly to you, but it's not to me. And every so often when I got in a problem, I would say, Daddy, you got to come down and help me hold the hammer today. I'm just not figuring something out. And then I would figure it out. And all the nails just went a little straighter that day, Hit my thumb a few less times. Actually, I'm pretty good at not hitting my thumb, thank goodness. But there were a few days when, Oh, I'm glad nobody was recording. Anyways, this is about feeling the liberation, allowing ourselves to feel the liberation of living freely, of following everybody's rules. And yeah, it's gotten us to here, but how far have we really gotten? And it's starting to writing our own rules about how we go forward, how we embrace life, how we live each moment unapologetically on our own terms. Okay. We've got the Seven of Cups. And yeah, we don't want to act too quickly. We don't want to say, well, Tilly's saying all this stuff, so I'm going to change this really fast and see. I don't know. I'm just throwing mud at the wall. We don't want to do that, okay? We don't want to just grab a cup and run. We don't want to say, oh, well, this is the fix it. This is the fix it. It's not as easy as that. Each one of these cups holds some kind or some form of our future self. One may be a mansion and another one might be a fire-breathing dragon. And we won't know by just the outside of the cups. We can't just grab the shiniest cup and run with it. We have to really look within each of the cups. And is this truly what I want? Is this what I'm willing to work towards? Is this where I want to put my focus, my energy, my heart center? I need a sip. Whew. They're making me work tonight. I just get my blood flowing tonight for some reason. Okay. Not that they usually don't, but you know. We had that one before. Okay. The ancient stones. Good luck, auspicious, wishes granted, blessings. Really, we're going into a very harmonious week. We've been walking through some wonderful energy. This is wonderful energy. What we're walking through today. Hold that up for you there. This is a card of good fortune and positive outcomes. What's your heart's deepest desire? If you could make one wish, what would it be? Stones have long been associated with good luck and prosperity for the beholder, from myths about touching or kissing stones to bring good fortune, to pulling a sword out of one, or to wear lucky charms made of white quartz crystal. One stone steeped in such stories is Menantol in Cornwall, UK. Anybody there from Cornwall? Okay, if you are, did I say it right? Menantol. It's a Cornish phrase that translates to the stone with the hole, and it was believed that those who could touch the two standing stones on either side of it while simultaneously looking through the hole would be blessed with good fortune. Ooh, that sounds very interesting. The good luck card is a welcome one to pull. It's a great sign that things are working in our favor. This could be the present time. It could be calling you forth from your future. Keep doing what you're doing because the things are really coming together. It could also be a sign that you're in a period of your life or a moment in time when you found flow, ease, abundance, power. It's harvest time, and things are really going to work in your favor. Make the most of this period of expansion, get clear on what you want, and get ready to receive it. New opportunities on the horizon. A blessed path is appearing before you. Gifts, favors, and helpful people are gathering right now. Life is really on your side. Get ready to receive it while it's here. The Ancient Stones activation is, I open my arms wide to receive the blessings in my life now. Blessings, blessings everywhere I turn. I'm blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Wake up and say, I'm blessed. What a way to start your day. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.